Hello everybody and welcome to this exciting video about Virtuoso, and most importantly this video is going to be about the fact that Virtuoso have just released a new update, and the new update is 0.5.5b I think, and it's a new beta release which anyone can actually try. But if you do want to try the beta release, Virtuoso is free to try, by the way, if you didn't know that already. All you got to do is download it. I think at the moment it's Quest only, Quest and any PC VR that can use Oculus, the Oculus app. Now, I've only ever had a CV1, and now I've got a Quest 2, which I use through the link cable. But I don't know about people with Vives and indexes and stuff like that, because at the moment there is no Steam version. But don't worry, there's a Steam version in the works, I do believe. And once that comes out, that's the one I'll probably be using, just because then I can use some of this stuff that Steam allows you to do, like plugins and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is exciting. So if you want to try it, come to the Discord, and you just need to let the guys know in the Discord there that you want to try the beta. And I think you just have to go in. If you know Discord, you have to get roles. So you can get like a tester role, and you just say, I want to test it. And they're not keeping this exclusive. You can come and try this. And anyway, I think that these features will be put into the public release very soon. So what I'm going to do in this video, I've already started something in here just because I wanted to kind of get straight to the point, even though I'm rambling as I always do. I'm going to demonstrate the new looper functions. And for those of you familiar with kind of like Ableton Live, and I know some other DAWs do it these days, I guess it's a little bit like that, and it's cool. It's exactly what this app needed, and I'm looking forward to playing with it some more. So let's have a look then, shall we? I'm just going to get rid of this these notes that I had in front of me, and I'm just going to close this thing like that, and hopefully we're still recording. I'm just going to double check, actually, because there's nothing worse than thinking you're talking to someone and you're actually not. I mean, I'm not really, am I? Who am I talking to? Myself, mostly. So yeah, here we are. I don't know why these are playing. I'm just going to stop them. Cool. So right, so if you've used Virtuoso before, you already know what this is. You already know what the looper is. Nothing drastic has changed here. What has changed, though, is this new little settings wheel that you get on the groups themselves. So this is a group, right? So I could actually put that in there if I wanted. But what I've done is, just to try and keep things tidy, I actually haven't put any... Oh, that's a multiple group, that one. But yeah, you can put one thing on its own, or you can put two things. It has a volume control and all that sort of stuff. But basically, they've added this now. And what's cool about this is, and let's just show you what I've been making. I just thought I'd try and make something that would kind of easily demonstrate what happens. So basically, if I press play on this kick now, oh, you know what I've done? I'm an absolute melon. Just stand by. I don't even know. Maybe you can hear that and I can't, but I muted Virtuoso because I was testing my recording. Sorry, guys. One second. Yeah, I muted it in Windows. Oh, no. This is such an arse. Where's the volume mixer gone? In here. Right. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, my God. Who is this idiot? Does he know what he's doing? Let me just stop this again, because I haven't really shown you what I was talking about. So previously, when you used to start something, a kick, it would just start, or whatever. If you started a recording by pressing one of these buttons, it would instantly start. And often that would be quite harsh, because it would just be like, boom, no fade. But now you can add these fades. So what I've done on all of them is I've added a sync of 1 and 1. So everything will be synced to the sort of global thing. So if I press this now, it's going to fade in over 1 bar. And then also if I stop it, it's going to fade out over 1 bar. See, it's just so much nicer than before, when it used to just go boom in your face. So actually what you can do now is, I think on the kick I've just done 1 and 1, but on the rest I think I've done a 4 bar fade in. So for instance, let's just bring this in. So I've gone for a kind of techno kind of thing in this, I think. And if you guys are familiar with the app, you might be saying, like, well, how's he made that kick noise? And how's he made this rumble noise? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Here's some more. Let's bring it in. It's a little bit muddy because I can't scoop any of I can't EQ these. That would be my next one. If I could EQ stuff, that would just be brilliant. I also added in some synth hats, which I think... So... for those of you who do know Virtuoso, you might be looking at these thinking, like, he hasn't used the M pads for these. Yeah, I haven't. I actually used Helm while I used the board in the background, and I'll show you that in a sec. So here's some snares. And then I've done the same with this bass rumble here as well. done some noise as well. And actually you can stop this and it will fade out as well. What's the fade out on that? Oh yeah. So your different kind of noises. Just to give it a little bit of texture. There's a bit too much noise going on. So you see what I mean? You can build up these nice palettes now, which is kind of cool. I like that noise there. Boom. That's very techno, isn't it? Oh yes, it is. Yeah, so that's what I've done. All these are just audio loops that I've already made, and I thought I'd make them not in the video, just because sometimes it's a bit boring watching someone pissing around building up stuff for ages, like I normally do. So what I'll do now, actually, yeah, this is really cool. What I have noticed actually is when you stop and start, so you can stop and start stuff globally by pressing play up here, but I don't think it plays so nice with this kind of new launching system. So if I press play now, everything stops, but if I press play, it just starts everything. But if I press stop, it stops everything. Hold on a minute. I swear it wasn't doing that before. I swear before it was fading stuff in. Interesting. Because I know that the reason I put stuff in groups is so that I kind of can have the choice, because I actually think it would be good. Sometimes you want to fade something in, but sometimes you do want to stop it. So actually, you see there, because I haven't set anything in this settings, it's just going to stop and start. But oh, this is interesting. It seems to be behaving in a different manner to what it was before. Or maybe I'm just tripping. Yeah, they're all instant, aren't they? Maybe if one's playing. See, it fades in. Oh, they are instant. Okay. That's good, actually, because then what you can do is you can say, put stuff in groups like this. If you want to do it with a fade, use the group button. If you want to do it instant, just press the individual one like this. Gives you the option then. Yeah, so as you can see, when you save something, obviously the name, I've put these names in myself by writing them in here. What I would really like to see, and I've mentioned this before in the Discord server, and I think people have heard me when I said it, and what I think would be cool is, like, you know, so if you've used like a digital mixing desk or anything like that, even stuff like, I think like GarageBand maybe does it, and there might be other DAWs that do it. I don't think Ableton does it. Ableton, you can color things, so you can say like, let's make this kick red, and then maybe make these ones orange or something. You maybe have your own color coding system that you could color. I think that would be cool if you could color code these how you liked. So you click on a little button and it has a palette or something. But what I also think would be cool, because I still find this a bit laborious for typing. I mean, typing in VR is just laborious regardless of the keyboard. What would be cool, I think, is if you could click like a button here or a button here, and maybe there's a little symbol spot here, like a little circle or a square with a little icon, and what you could do is you could click on it and there might be a little palette that pops up, and it might have like a little drawings of like a kick drum, a snare, a hat, just like your obvious stuff, the stuff you're going to have, like a bass guitar, like a synth for like keys, you know, just stuff that's really basic but really easily visually to look at stuff and go, oh yeah, that's a kick drum. Because then what you could do is you don't need to rename stuff, you could just quickly tag stuff with a picture, and then you would know what was going on. But that's just an idea I had, and I think it would work really well. Yeah, so I'll show you now how I made these noises, basically. So for those of you that don't know, and again, those of you that have used Virtuoso quite a lot probably already know that if you go to the credits here, it mentions Matt Teitel and it mentions Helm synthesizer, and it also mentions here these Helm patches. And I think the reason these are here is because all these patches, not the ones that I've messed around with here, but these original ones, these were original presets for for the Helm synthesizer itself. And you are essentially using the whole of the Helm synthesizer engine in the background here. But what you're not getting is the full control of it. You're getting control of some aspects, like you're getting the reverb and the echo. So I'm just going to, what I'll do is actually, while I'm talking about this, I'm going to superimpose a picture of the Helm synthesizer onto the screen right now, just so you can see it. And I can't really remember exactly what's on there, but I'm going to put it up like this. And then basically, are you looking at it now? Yeah, you are. I'm not, because I'm recording a video. But yeah, you can access some things like the feedback on the Helm synthesizer here is actually like a sort of module, I guess, part of the Helm synthesizer. So as long as you've got the feedback on, you can always access it through the app, through this. You've got to be careful with the feedback because it can make some pretty gnarly, loud sounds. And then the echo, what I noticed, the best thing to do actually is if you're adding your own sound. So let me grab, like, for instance, some of these sounds I made myself from scratch. For instance, this kick drum. That's not a kick drum. That's not a kick drum. What is that? Hold on a minute. Oh, I know what's going on. It's because I saved it with the feedback in a really mental place. Right, there we go. Right, so if I take this echo out, basically this is like an XYZ box, so if you take it all the way down here to the bottom, it's going to get rid of all the echo and all the reverb. And now it's a dry kick, so you can see how I made that kick drum, this one. This kick drum is just made on this board. So what I've done is, it's just a simple, I think it's just a sine wave with a little bit of noise as well. So if you open up the filter, you'll get the noise. If you take it down, you'll lose the noise. So it gives you some sound design possibilities. Unfortunately, you can't change things like the release. But what you can do, if you want to cheat, you could do something like this. I mean, it sounds a bit ass, but look how if I bring this length up. So you can actually build up a kick drum like that using the arpeggiator. There's a kind of like a little hack, I guess. But yeah, what I thought was obviously you wouldn't normally want reverb or delay on a kick, not like a standard driving kick. You might add it for like a techno rumble, kind of like that sort of thing, which is kind of not really a proper techno rumble, but you know, something like this, which would run over the top of the kick to kind of give it some more flavor. You know, it almost acts like a little bass line in itself. But yeah, what I did was I turned the echo and the delay on because you can activate them in Helm itself. But what I did was turn them all the way down. So then if you're in the app and you say, actually, you know what, I do want a bit of reverb on this kick, just a little bit, you can do that by adding it here. I can't remember if that is the length. I don't know if you can... See, I don't think I put echo on this, so that doesn't do anything. Normally, if you go over here, that would add some echo. Let me find a noise that has echo on it. Like that, you see? So there's no reverb, just echo. If you want reverb, you have to go... But you see what I mean? You can actually do some pretty cool stuff with this. And if you want it dry, just bring it back here. Yeah, there's cool stuff you can do with hi-hats. Like the way I did these hi-hats was with this. I used the arpeggiator. So that's I can't remember if it's this one or this one, but let's just see. It's quite loud, sorry. See, what is really missing, and I'd love it, is if they could add a volume slider, because there is a volume slider within Helm itself, so you can change the volume of the patches. If you want to painstakingly go through all the patches to sort of make them equal, you can do that. But it would be really handy if there was a volume slider in the app, because sometimes, especially if you've already built up a track like this, and then you want to add another sound over the top, that sounds really loud in comparison to these, because I've already changed the volumes. Yeah, so I think it would be good if you could change the volume individually, but that's how I did the hat. And then what you could also do is stuff like this. Oh, you know what? I'm being an idiot because there's no feedback on that one. There is on this one, I think. No, there isn't. Maybe this one? That's just like a noise thing that I made, I think. Like white noise with a filter and a bunch of effects on it. Good for building up builds, you know. But yeah, I'm absolutely dying. Like, I like the fact that you can make your own patches, because like that's really important to me. Because one of the most fun, it's the thing I enjoy doing the most is coming up with the actual sounds myself, or at least tweaking the sounds. Because often a preset, I'm like, oh, but I want to change the release. I'd love to be able to change the release. I think release, they should at least give you an envelope where you can change the attack and the release. That would be sweet as anything, because you can completely change a sound by changing a release. Yeah, but wouldn't it be cool if you could bring up the synth, the Helm synthesizer, inside here? Like if you could say, you know what, I don't like this sound. Wouldn't it be cool if you could come in and tweak it to your heart's desire? Because presumably, I don't know how this is being run. Like, I don't know anything about computer programming or app programming or anything like that. I don't know how this is being hosted inside. I don't know if it's the full VST or it's kind of a stripped back version. But it seems like if you make a preset in Helm, it sounds exactly the same in here. So it must have access to all the sort of different variables. So it'd be nice to think that you could actually access those. Obviously, they'd have to have like an extra panel for it. But I think that would work really well. You could have like the Helm panel, synth panel, and just click on it and it would bring it up inside the app. Maybe even have some 3D controls for it. That would be amazing. Proper good like. Don't know, what do you think? I think that would be cool. I don't know realistically how that would work with the fact that he might need to talk to Matt Teitel from Helm, I guess. I don't know if it's like open source. I don't know what the deal they have with him is, but I'm sure he'd be on board for it because it'd be proper mint. This would become a proper sound design app if you could do that. And what would be really useful, actually, I think, is at the moment to load these patches in, you have to go through the save file. So what I've done is I exported a save file. I made this save file and I exported it. And then I went through and made a backup of the original file, so I haven't lost those. And then every time I load this save file, it will always have those custom patches in. But you have to kind of play around with the patches outside of the app. So you have to have a good idea of what you want before you go in. That's the only downside, I guess, to this. But yeah, it'd be cool if you could, because there's so many patches already in Helm Synthesizer, even the default ones, there's hundreds. It would be amazing if I could say, actually, you know what, I want to load one from an external source or even save one. So you could have full capability of the Helm synthesizer in Virtuoso. I just think it would be mint. So anyways, let's get on and actually play something, because I'm just talking, aren't I? Constantly talking. Oh, you know what? I haven't shown you, actually. This is cool as well. I haven't really used this much myself, but let's, for example, say I want this noise over here. You see how this, right? And this one. I think that one's going to come in now. Yeah. So yeah, so with groups and individual sounds, you can use these pads to stop and start them. I just hit my desk. Which is quite cool, isn't it? I like this. Because that's a bit more visual than the way the groups look. It's a bit loud, that noise. What is that noise? Don't know. Let's add some stuff over the top. Oh, I like that one. I don't know what key I'm supposed to be in. Let's put that bass back in. I've done here as well is I've actually put it into chromatic mode. So one thing I think they should add as well is actually in the track settings here, I think there should be a chromatic scale, because sometimes you just want to play all the notes, you know, sometimes. So the B flat would be this. I think this patch is not in key. hand with this hand. You see that little pitch bend? Nice, nice. Let's call that chord. So now I'm going to take some elements out. I think I actually prefer pressing the individual things. Globally change these, I think, because quite often I think I'm going to want these in the same timing. I saw that Glitch mention this as well on the Discord, and I think it's a good idea if you could change these globally. Or maybe you have an option for global and then you change the global thing over here individually, so you can still have ones with their individual ones if you want. Yeah, it's completely spelled wrong, whatever. It's kind of dark, this, isn't it? Like, kind of foreboding. This is an example of a sound that I think is too loud in comparison to the rest, you know? If I'd love to be able to turn this down. That Xylo's a bit crap. Does 2 full steps. So if you imagine the pitch bend, currently by default the pitch will always do 2 steps like that. So if you start on the root note like this and you bend full step, you'll get like a nice little 2-step bend. If you use a pitch bend that you don't forget, if you hold your hand like this and you let go, it's going to stay in that pitch. Let's try that. this one. I think it's really cool, man. Like, I think that there's so much going for this app. Like, genuinely, sometimes I praise things, you know, for the right reasons. I always praise things for the right reasons, I think. You know, like, I think they're doing a genuinely great job, these guys. And I think it needs to be said. Why did that not fade out? There is some weird stuff going on with some of these, I think. Now it's fading out. Maybe it did fade out. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, but no, like, honestly, like, these guys have been listening to... There's just a few of us sort of babbling on the Discord, and honestly, it's a safe space. Come on in with your ideas, you know, keep it civil, be nice. But their Discord is a very nice place, like, where people come up with ideas all the time. I just realized that snare's been muted this whole time. Oh man, that snare was integral. You see how integral that snare is? Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's just brilliant. It's really good. And I can't wait to see what else we can do with this in the future. Now, I'm trying to think of some interesting ways that you could improve this. Like, it's already really cool, but I still think there needs to be a way of kind of grouping stuff into kind of other sections of songs. Because just for instance, if I want to use stuff that's kind of pitched, so things like this, I might want to have like a chord change somewhere in this. And at the moment, the only way I can do that is to create new recordings of something with a different chord, which I can obviously do, but the issue with it is that I would have to always remember to stop this one as well. So it might be nice if you could kind of A-B, sort of make them exclusive, I guess. So maybe you have this chord, and then you'd have another group next to it that would be like section B or something, and then you could somehow merge between the two. I think that would just, oh man, that would really open it up. But I don't quite know how you would do it with this interface. So I appreciate that it's a lot more complicated. You know, it's very easy coming up with all these ideas, but actually integrating them into something usable is a whole other thing. So, yeah, one other thing I will mention, if you haven't joined already, I've started my own Discord server up, and I obviously the Discord server for Virtuoso is the best place to come and talk about Virtuoso, but the Discord group that I've set up, the idea of it is, and I don't want to be the only one in charge of it, really. I'd like other people to come on board, other people that might be as interested in VR music making as I am. It's been a bit quiet in there so far, but it's been nice to see. I have had a few developers pop in themselves, and they've mentioned their game or their app or whatever they've been working on. I'd like it if people could come, and obviously I'm not expecting people to come and share everything they're working on, but it's nice. I thought it'd be kind of like a cool little central hub for people who develop apps, people who enjoy virtual reality. Like, you don't have to be a developer to come and join. You could just be someone who enjoys virtual reality. You don't even have to be musical, really. It's just a place to come if you're interested. I want to keep it audio related, so audio, sound, music, anything in that sphere, but anything under the XR kind of field. So it could be virtual reality, mixed reality, altered reality, whatever, all the different realities. That's why I called it XR Bounce. And I want to keep it as a place where I want to keep it polite. I don't want to see people being dicks in there if we can avoid it. So I kind of hoping that it will kind of self-police itself. But, you know, in the future, I'd like to think that we could even do kind of live events and also have meetups and things like that. Obviously, it's not going to be so easy globally meeting up, but we can always do online meetups. But yeah, I think the future is bright for virtual reality music making. And I think apps like this are absolutely leading the charge. And I don't say that without much... I can't think of the right phrase for what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is that these guys deserve all the credit. That they deserve all the credit. Just give them all the credit, because they're doing such a sterling job trying to piece together the mystery of like making a decent music making app in virtual reality, because it doesn't come without its challenges, I'm sure. And I only understand it from the basic technical point of view. I have no idea how any of this is programmed or anything like that. So I come up with lots of ideas, but I know full well that other people are coming up with the same ideas, and they're also, some of these ideas are quite hard to integrate, especially when you're not working on this like full time. You know, the guys developing this are doing this for free, I believe, because they're doing this out of their belief and love for this style of app. Like, there's not many other people doing it. Like I've mentioned before in my previous videos that Korg are working on something, but where are they? I mean, they haven't shown anything, have they? They've shown a pretty crappy trailer, if I'm honest. And I don't like being negative, but their trailer it left a little bit to be desired, I guess, because it was very early footage, but it was very jumpy, very scatty, and didn't look like a cohesive experience yet. But I would absolutely love to test that. But I know that I can't, because I did ask them. So I'm going to leave it there, actually. And what I might actually do is just upload this while you're here. So if you do actually want to play with this thing that I've made here, and I think when I upload this, I don't 100% know, but I think if you load in my track that I'm about to upload and you create a board, this is where I stored my custom patches. So I'd be interested to know if you can access these custom patches if you load my file. I never use this sound. I quite like it. Yeah, that one. And also the kick and things like that. Oh, man, that's loud. Yeah, so I'll leave it there, but I'll just quickly upload it while we're here, just to be fun. I've noticed I keep getting this message, and I think it's because I updated to the beta thing, and then I put my old folder in, so I think it's getting a bit upset. But anyway, let's just save that. New loops 2. And I'm just going to save it. New loops 2. And I'm going to upload it. How do you do that again? In here? Oh, yeah, actually, sorry, I'm being an idiot. You do it here. I might just change this description, actually, because it's a bit... Can you hold it? It'd be good if you could, wouldn't it? I think that's the only way to get rid of loads of letters, is to do this. I think you should better hold it. Oh my god, what have I done? Got rid of it. Right, I'm going to put in custom patches. I find it really hard to type on this sometimes, especially with my left hand. Custom patches on board. So if you see this in the community save thing, which hopefully you will. Let's just save that. The song library. I can't upload it. Okay. All right, never mind. I'm just going to... okay, never mind. I think I need to update or start again, or I don't know what I need to do, but it doesn't want me to upload it, clearly. Can I do that? Can I share with community? Oh, you can't do that individually. You can save to cloud. So does that work? Nope. What about this? Oh, you know what? It's probably not letting me do it because it's a beta version. So maybe if I upload this, it would upset the people that aren't on the beta, maybe. Maybe that's why it's not working. Okay, well, I'm going to leave the video there for now. Hopefully some of you will have enjoyed that. Let me know if you did. Come and join my Discord server. Come and join the Virtuoso Discord server. Come and message and let's make some music and stuff. All right, cool, nice. Have a good day. Bye.